Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. If this is your first time visiting me, I would like to thank you. While you're here, please like, subscribe, and share this channel. By taking this action, you will be helping the channel to grow. Also, take a moment to read my About page so that you can have an understanding of who I am. I will never copy another person's work, nor will I ever copy another person's title. That is because I am authentically me. This work is a part of my bloodline. I thank you for visiting, and I hope that you will return. Please check out my other videos. All are welcome to share his or her story in the comments section below, because your story may be a helpmate to someone else. My channel is a no judgment zone place for healing in some sort of way. If my videos do not resonate with you, please do not try to make it fit your circumstances at all. For anyone else and everyone else that the message does make sense to, take from it what will help you on your journey towards your happiness in every area of your life. Once again, I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. This channel is all about healing, so let's begin healing together. Today, I'm doing a Pisces reading. I did Scorpio, I did Cancer, and now we're doing Pisces so that we can just be done with the water signs and we can move on to earth signs. And then later on this evening, I will be back to do Capricorn. So right now I'm doing Pisces and I will be back to do Capricorn. And I know you probably like, she looks different. Yeah, this is not my usual pair of glasses that I wear. Hello. But I needed these. Today they amplify the words and they make them bigger for me, right? I told my daughter it feels like I'm wearing a magnifying glass on my eyes. I do need the words to be magnified. The other day I was on here, and let me tell you, you didn't know I was struggling, but I was struggling trying to read those words on the cards, right? But we're going to dive into Pisces. And let me just say this for you. I hope everyone is doing well. If the reading is for a male, I promise you I will say so. If the reading is for a female, I promise I will say so. However, if I don't say anything at all, understand that we all have both masculine and also feminine energies. We really do. Whatever goes on somebody else's page, the way somebody may show you, teach you, it's up to you to decipher what's best for you. Here, I'm going to give it to you straight, and that's it. I don't follow any tarot readers. I don't follow any psychics. I don't follow any mediums. And that's because each and every individual is in a world of his or her own place. But I thank you guys who have been riding with me. And I know you guys think you're doing me a favor when you send me videos of other people using my verbiage, using my stories, using what I say on these videos in their readings, and you're sending them to me. And I told you before, I don't need to see them. I know. I don't need to see them, but I do thank you because I know you think you're looking out for me, right? But it's okay for people to want to copy a real one. Let me just say that first and foremost. So imitation sometimes is flattery and it can be annoying. Let me tell you that. So I thank you. Those of you who follow me, you know that I place the camera on the desk so that you can have an eye point to see me shuffle the cards, cut the cards. Hello, how are you? Sunny, I saw you. Hi, how are you? I gave you the wave. But let me just tell you, Sometimes people hate their own identities. Let me just say that. So I thank you once again for sending me videos or telling me about who's saying what, who's saying this, and they're trying to mimic me. But understand, when we all have to have empathy for people, sometimes people hate their own identities. And that's due to mental disorders. I'm going to be honest with you. They may suffer from low self-esteem, depression, self-hatred, anxiety, or they may be feeling guilty about their own life. And that's when a person has a sense of feeling unworthy, hopeless, and they frequently feel misplaced. And that brings on guilt, especially if that person or those people are allowed to compile and to build themselves over time in that state of mind. Listen, let me just say, trust me, I definitely understand admiration. I understand flattery. But on the flip side of that, one must and should always look into the mirror. And when I do a lot of my readings, depending on what the reading is, a person who does suffer from some of these disorders, I always tell you to look in the mirror because that's where it begins. So when they look in the mirror, or anyone that tries to mimic or copy another person, when you look in the mirror, ask yourself, why do you admire someone? Let's just say me, Empress Real One. Why do you admire Empress Real One? So when you look in the mirror, ask yourself that. Why do you feel insecure? Why would you want to fit into a world of another person? Why would any person want to mirror the next person? I most definitely and genuinely know that people, they do. They like my style, they like my personality, and they like my achievements. But I always tell you guys, you may not like me in real life. I do. I tell you that all the time. My personality may be fun to people, but in real life, away from this camera, and we meet in person, you may not like me for real. So you have to be careful with whom you admire. Some people may like my achievements, but understand I didn't get to this place easily, let me tell you. But you definitely don't want to know what it took to grow into my shoes. I promise you don't want to know that. It shows lack. A person, you lack your own sense of self-worth. When you copy me or anybody else to feel better about yourself, to fit in to a place where you don't belong. See, I never opened the door. The door isn't open to my world, to a person who has a lack mindset of self-worth. People, you watch my videos and my lives and try to socially bond, and that is called mirroring. If you didn't know the definition, let me tell you, that's what we call mirroring. Understand that unconsciously mimicking behavior is a way to build rapport with someone. I promise you, I have empathy for any person who lacks, who has that lack mindset. I have never been in a competition with anyone in this world, and that is because I have always loved who I am and where I came from. I never was taught about competitions, nor did I ever want to be in a competition with the next person. Competitions, they have you exhausted because to win, you will have to gain the advantage, or to keep up, you will have to keep up that competitive streak, that competitive setting, such as on a job, in a work environment, or if we share the same social circles. And the only problem that I see with you wanting to compete with me is that we would have to be on the same level of experience or do the same type of job, or we would have to, in some form of passion, we would have to in some way be involved in the same social circles. And I see that as a fail for you because, as I said, and you know that I don't mind being repetitive, but my door has never been open to want to work with or hang with or open my door to any of these platforms to join anyone. You don't know who you are. And so you have tried to act like a foster parent. You know, a foster parent adopts a child or may house them for a little while, but my identity solely belongs to me. The problem with wanting to be that foster parent, the problem with that is we are all uniquely made. And I chose my parents. I don't care how anyone feels about their mother or their father. We all chose our parents. And if you haven't learned that yet, you need to tap into self. But we chose our parents. I chose my mother, I chose my father, and from them is who I am. So to want to mimic another, you hate your beginning. And you hate who you are today at this very moment in time. I do have empathy, like I said, for you, my copycatters, my monkey sees, my monkey do's. I have empathy for you because you see me as a role model and you want to learn from me. And guess what? I don't mind helping the next person. I don't. I really don't. However, you have to take the first steps for you and begin healing. And then reach out to me because remember, you have to find your own path. We all do. After all this, this may not be your path. Let me tell you who I am. I am some of your favorite tarot readers' favorite. That's who I am. Anytime a person wants to take my content, you want to share my stories are real life. Things that I've seen, things that I've done, it's real life because I'm never going to share anything false with you. If I chose to do this, I chose to do this to be a helpmate to others, to help people in quest of learning and wanting to know more of the world that's around them that they don't see, that they don't hear, that they don't feel, that they don't taste. I came to open that door for those people who want to learn, who want to evolve. I didn't come here to change a person's mind on what their beliefs are. Everyone has this thing called free will, and we are all free to choose. But to choose to steal, to take from another person, ooh, you're tacky. And I'm going to say that you're tacky, you're tacky, you're tacky. My path belongs to me. Your path belongs to you. And when you take from another to take, you're fake and you're a snake. And that doesn't work in the spiritual world. You will then be setting yourself up for karma. And that would be your biggest mistake, let me tell you. I don't owe karma. And I always tell people that karma is my best friend. I wasn't put in this world to live up to anyone's expectations but my own. I have never been a person who wasn't courageous enough. Fear will cripple you. Let me tell you, it will bind you. It will handicap you. And I am wise enough to accept and respect my own journey. So those who want to copy, want to mimic, and this is going to be the last time that I discuss it, I don't mind helping. I don't mind helping. You should never take from anyone. You should never. That's called plagiarism. But we're going to dive into Pisces. This is my cousin. I'm a water sign as well. So Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancers, we're cousins, right? Pisces, they're very dreamy. They just believe that one day this world and everybody in it is going to get along. Let me just tell you, Pisces people are very elusive. So today they're talking to you, and then tomorrow you're like, where's Pisces? Why won't Pisces answer their phone? I thought that we had a good day yesterday, and you probably did. But Pisces is very elusive. They are private people. They are forgiving as well. So if you got into an argument with Pisces, not to worry. They may be taking some time to cool off because they are forgiving. They're not holding it against you. Let me just tell you. They are imaginative, as I said, imaginative and dreamy. That falls in the same place. But a lot of you think, like an Aquarius, that Pisces is spacey, right? You're like, Pisces doesn't make sense. And a lot of people think that Aquarius, that they're always off in their own head, living in la la land. And that's true. But when they're off in their own head, please believe me, they are in another realm. So no, they didn't hear you when you called their name. Absolutely not. You see them, the physical body, but the soul has left to receive and to retrieve information. That's what happens with Aquarius. And here we are with Pisces. You're like, Pisces is spacey. They're not spacey. They're very intelligent. You may not understand what they're saying. Look it up, because they're trying to teach you. Pisces people are very great spiritual teachers, let me tell you. So whatever they said to you, hold on to it. You may not understand it today or tomorrow, but it will soon become clear to you. You know, Pisces is that pair of fish that are bound together, yet swimming in opposite directions. And this reflects, their mission into the spiritual world of joining people together. The good, the bad, wanting the world to be beautiful one day. That's their greatest mission. I'm telling you. You know, they're represented by the planet Neptune. And one thing about Neptune, Neptune is all about good fortune. So Pisces, if you broke right now, learn how to tap into yourself, because you weren't born to be broke. You were born to be a child of good wealth. Yes, financially, good fortune. So tap in to your soul and find out what works for you. If I was doing this, could I be lucrative in that? Because your mission in life here is to have great fortune. Not only to have great fortune, you are a humanitarian and you don't mind helping people. So for you to have that allotment of abundance, it's meant for you to help to lift up. Let me tell you. So if I'm speaking to a Pisces and your pocketbook is a little thin and your wallet is empty, that's because you have not tapped in to the core of who you are supposed to be. And you're supposed to be wealthy, not a wealthy person who just wants to hold on to their wealth for their family, for generational wealth. Your fortune is supposed to help build and uplift, because you are a faithful person. You know, Pisces get a bad rap, and understand that every individual is their own person. So when you hear that a person is this sign, stop grouping them together, because each person is born on a different day. You may share the same day with someone. That means that you and that person, you may match in some way, but it doesn't mean that you are the same. Every person born on that day holds energy of that day, and they're doing something different, and they were meant to do something different. But the one thing that you guys share as a whole, being a Pisces, is that you were supposed to be rich if you're not. So start working on that wealth, that success, because it's in you, it's a part of you, and that's who you're supposed to be. And that wealth is to help you build the community around you. Listen, this is a water element. Pisces simply means I love. I love. They even love the wrong people sometimes. Let me just tell you, they have deep feelings, which I like to say that they have very powerful emotions, just like Cancers, just like Scorpios. A lot of people like to say that these water signs, oh my God, they are so sensitive. They're sensitive to another person's feelings. That's who Pisces is. That's who Scorpios is. That's who Cancers are. And it's a curse for some, and it's a blessing for others. Because when a person is good to another, sometimes people like to take another person's kindness as a weakness. So be careful with the Pisces. Be careful with the Scorpio. Be careful with the Cancer, because when they love hard, they love a long time, but fuck up, and all three of these signs can walk away and act like you never existed. So it's a blessing to have one of them in your life. Let's get started on this reading. Before I came to the reading, I have already cleansed my space. I cleansed myself before I came to the reading. So let's get started. This is for the sign of Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Let me just say, if I have an Aries up here, if I have a Taurus up here, or a Scorpio, do you feel something today? Because things are supposed to be changing for you in a wonderful way. So I'm just asking my Aries people, I'm asking my Taurus, and I'm asking my Scorpios, do you feel a little different today? Let me know. Hit me in my inbox, because something magical should be happening for you. But you have to tap in. Tap in. Don't miss this day. Don't miss it. You all know I love starting off with my spiritual news day. This is my spiritual news day. I know I always say I'm going to be changing things up, and then I always come back to this. I'm drawn to this deck. I need to go put it in a dresser drawer somewhere, right? Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can. For the sign of Pisces, male or female, show me exactly what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. I heard doggone. Listen, my family country, but I heard dog on. And my spiritual team is my family, let me tell you. But I heard dog on. Depending on how it's said, it could mean something different. So, dog on. It could be something wonderful. Dog on. It could be something that's not so good. But let's see where the reading was going. Spirit guys, what does Pisces need to know at this time? What does Pisces need to know? Thank you so much. Let me see. It says, once you've learned how to properly allocate your energy, you will flow smoothly. That is true. That is true. Exactly. That is true for some. Things should start falling in line for you. But as you're working on it, things should start shifting for you as you're working on it. Let me see. Soul to chill. This just in. This just in. Spirit wants you to focus on your health at this time, Pisces. Increase your daily exercise and your intake of your fruits and veggies. This will help add vitality to your immune system and your body. And we all know it's flu season, it's cold season. The weather is changing in some areas, or the weather has already changed. Some areas of the world, it's already snowing. Some places are colder than others. And some people live in a special place that today it could be hot, tomorrow it could be cold, but that's what I call that tricky weather. But spirit does want you to focus on your health. We have in other news at the bottom of the deck, in other news, there will soon be cause for celebration in your life, Pisces. Spirit says, get ready to call up family and friends to propose a toast to you on your achievements. So can I say, daggone, because you will be celebrating something soon. So listen, let's get to this reading. Let's find out what you're going to be celebrating. I hope everyone is doing well. If the reading is for you, it will be for you from the beginning of the reading until the end of the reading. If the reading does not resonate with you, you don't have to take a little piece from here and a piece from there to make it fit your circumstances. On this platform, if the reading is for you, it'll be for you from the beginning until the end. As my grandmother would say, from the rooter to the tutor. But no, you don't have to take a piece from here and there and try to make it fit. If you don't understand it, then it may not be meant for you today. But understand there's no such thing as time. So whenever you see this message, even if you come back to it a month from now and then it makes sense, then that's when it's supposed to make sense to you. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Pisces, male or female. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Spirit guides, what message do you have for Pisces at this present time? Thank you so much. Spirit guides, this is going to be a 9-card spread. I don't do reversals. Not on this platform. Sometimes I'm led to do so, but I don't feel like it's fair to do reversals when this is not a personal reading, meaning a one-to-one reading. If I was doing a one-to-one reading, most definitely that means that reading is specifically for you. And I will take reversals, but then here, there's multiple people watching, so it wouldn't be fair to take a reversal. Now we're starting. This was covered up. It was upside down. I had to flip it over. We're starting off with the Ace of Cups. Guess what? We should be starting off with the Ace of Cups, Pisces. Not to be cocky, but we should be. Because Pisces was supposed to be, and you should be, financially secure. You were born to have good fortune financially. You know, I just need to clear that up and say financially. You were born to have wealth. You were born to have success. Plain and simple. And if you don't have that right now, and if your pocketbook is a little empty or your wallet is a little empty, you need to start working on self and tap into your soul and ask your angels to help to deliver what is supposed to be meant for you. True story. The Ace of Cups is creation. You have the power to create the type of life that you desire. As I said earlier, Pisces, when it comes to wealth, the reason why you are supposed to be wealthy financially is because you are a great humanitarian. You see the good in people, want to help people in more ways than one. That money that you should have, that money is for you, for your needs, for your family, yes, but for the needs of others, to help build your community, to help the people who can't help themselves. Pisces, you are starting off with who you are, and that's the Ace of Cups. So how do you get there? Start meditating. Every time most people hear the word meditation, they think it's so tedious to do. You can say to the universe and put your own time on meditation. Hey, I'm meditating for 3 minutes today. And then a few days from now, hey, I'm meditating for 5 minutes today. It doesn't have to be tedious. It doesn't have to be hard. Slowly, as you build with your meditation, you will begin to remove the noise, the mental conflict, not being able to quiet, to clear the mind. That's why you start slowly and then you build yourself up. Tap in. Tap into who you are because we are the authors of our own story and we get to direct our next steps. And all you have to do is ask for help to whomever you pray to, whomever you meditate to. Ask and it shall be given. That's what the Bible says. For my spiritual people, you know how to bring it in. The power of the subconscious mind. The Bible says, so as a man thinketh, so he or she is. Same thing here. What you think about, you bring about. So that Ace of Cups, it is your birthright. And it's a beautiful thing that is the first card that came up in your reading. It should be here. It's meant to be here because Pisces were born to be successful. They were born to have financial prosperity. And if you don't have it, it's because you're not connected to the core of who you are. So connect, connect, connect. We have world. I can't make this up. Because when the card comes out in a reading, that's success. We have the Ace of Cups, your money, and who you are still supposed to be. And that's successful. This is who you are. Do I hear jealousy? Do I hear envy? No one should ever. Because we were born where we were supposed to be born. You have Aries as the first zodiac sign. Aries, they started out Aries with beauty. Then they started adding Aries were meant to be intelligent. Now, just because Aries are intelligent, it doesn't mean that they possess common sense. Not to knock them. We were born where we were supposed to be and how we were meant to be. You were meant to be wealthy and you were meant to be successful. Both of these cards are here to remind you of your power and of your strength. And if you lack and don't have these things, tap into self and bring these things to you. They're waiting. We have the devil. The devil. This is that Capricorn card. So when you see the devil, the first thing you hear, oh my goodness, is somebody alcoholic? Is somebody on drugs? Whatever the case may be. That's not how we see this, Pisces. This devil card, you are aspiring to be who you were meant to be. That lack mindset, remove it because it's time for you to be authentically who you are. That's this wealthy person financially. That's this successful person. Not only that, when you receive this money, don't mess it up by not doing what you were supposed to do. Yes, you were supposed to eat from it. Yes, you were supposed to go get your hair, your nails done, your haircuts if you're a male. You are supposed to take care of yourself with this money and the people around you. But this money, you are also supposed to be a helpmate to others who really are in need. So don't let anybody try to scam you out of this money. Hey, join me in this project. You are smart enough. You are intelligent enough to know the needs of people because you are divinely connected to the spiritual world already. So spiritually, you'll know if somebody is telling the truth versus if somebody is not. You don't have to join in with the next person to give your finances a way to make them help. You can go outside and you see some homeless people, you could bring them some plates of food because you could also put them in a hotel. You are supposed to be a helpmate with these finances. So it doesn't mean that you just put them there and keep spending and spending. No, they have to learn a skill set for them to be able to take care of themselves. And that's what you're going to do, is to help aid, not handicap them, but to aid them. So you're not supposed to be the giving tree for the rest of that person's life, but to each one, you will build one. But these finances are to take care of you, the people that you love, your family, and others. Because Pisces is one of the greatest humanitarians. That's why you were born to be successful. That's why you were born to have this wealth. Other signs, they will look at this money and they'll be like, yeah, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm not. You were given this mission because you will. You will, no doubt about it. Justice. Justice. This is that Libra card. This is justice. Justice brings balance. You deserve balance. How do we get to this balance? You get to this balance by meditating. When you meditate, it balances out everything. Your needs, your wants, your desires. It balances all out for you. We have the Seven of Pentacles. That's a reward. You're being rewarded. So all this money that I'm telling you that was meant to be in your bank, in your pocketbook, and in your wallets, in your wallet, for you to be able to be that giving tree to help people, the Seven of Pentacles is a reward. It's going to come in, and I see it as continuous support. This money is coming. You will have success. But when people see you doing the work of helping, a lot of people are going to start investing in you. When people invest, you may need some help. You may need some help of someone that you can trust to handle these finances for you, especially if you're so busy. I'm being told to say that, but I have to go on my own and tell you, don't be so trusting to whereas a person would take from you. Because here you are with the Ace of Cups, and that's more than you can ever imagine. And here is someone coming in with the Seven of Cups. But they may pretend to say, well, I brought 700 to you, and I gave it to so and so and so. And then so and so and so was like, no, they only gave me 500. So now you're going to have to use that energy. Did the person you hire, are they lying? Or the person that donated, are they lying? The person that donated, they know where you stand financially, but they may be here just to gain, to piggyback off of you. We have the Ten of Wands. As I said, you may need that help. You may feel a little overloaded because the Ten of Wands, ooh, it's a lot. It's a lot. When you have so much, you're giving to you, you're giving to the people that you love, And now here you are bringing strangers into the mix of helping them. Yes, you're going to need that help, but just make sure you vet this person out or these people who are going to help you with this mission that you're on. And you may say, you know what, I'm about to give up my day job and I'll do this myself. And you can, but you will become overloaded. So you may need the help, but just make sure it's someone you trust. We have the death. The death. This is that Scorpio card. This is that transition. Now, I said that there could be someone here who finances are not where they should be, but that's okay. You know why? Because death, things have to come to an end for something new to begin. This is your birthright. You were born to be wealthy financially. You were born to have success. Now that you know this, it's time for you to grab it. Well, how do I grab it? You have to go within. Claim it, own it, don't doubt it. And when you get it, as it comes, it can go away. So make sure you do the right thing. And I don't doubt that there's a Pisces here who would do the wrong thing. But just do the right thing. You don't have to take on 5 projects at a time. And I know that sounds horrible because I mean 5 people at a time. You can take on one person, see how it goes. You can move on to the next, see how it goes. This is to help you not to feel so overwhelmed and overloaded. Get your feet wet with this person. After that person, you're done. Now you move on to the next, and you'll be able to handle all of this. We have the moon. We have the moon here. With the moon, you're like, is this really real? You're wondering if this is real. And yes, it is. It is. This is your birthright. But it's up to you to have it. It's up to you to believe it. It's up to you to claim it. Yes, this is your birthright. You were meant to be wealthy financially, and you were meant to be successful. Not only that, you also have something attached to that. You were meant to be a helpmate to others, not for someone to use you, but you give as you see the need of another. We have the Three of Swords. Now, there's a Pisces here that has recently gone through a heartbreak of some sort. The Three of Swords is usually a love triangle of some sort, but it just means that more than 2 people are involved or another, a falling out with a family member as well. Whatever the situation is, you're going to bounce back from it. But at the bottom of the deck, we have a Pisces who has retreated. They've gone into hermit mode. And that's not where you need to be right now. You've retreated. You're like, I'm washing my hands of this person, these people. I don't want to be involved with this situation. Spirit says, don't lock yourself in the house. Don't retreat from the world, because I need you to look at the world around you with different eyes. I want you to start seeing the need of others and advance even before you receive this financial abundance. I want you to look at people differently and say, I will be helping that person in like a month. When you see that person, I can help this person in this manner. That's how you call in what's meant for you to have. When you start claiming those things in advance, even before you have it, you're halfway there knowing that you will. The universe, whomever you pray to, they hear you, they feel your energy, and they know your sincerity. However, there's a Pisces that's been hurt. You've gone into hermit mode. While you're in hermit mode, if you don't just want to jump out the house right away, start meditating. Start meditating to call in your birthright, to be connected to what you were meant to have. And excuse me, I had another phone ringing over there. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Pisces. Help me in this reading. Thank you. Spirit guides, what message do you have for Pisces? Oops, I'm going to take it. You see that? It popped on my hand. I'm taking it. Spirit guides, what message do you have for Pisces to close the reading? Oh, I'm not taking all of those. I'm putting those back. That's too many. One more card, Spirit guides. One more card. It's up to you. One more card. I have two. Two more. Pisces, do you surround yourself with people who lift you up? Because there's a Pisces who has retreated because someone disappointed you in some way. That's why I said property, allocating your energy is important, especially for water signs. Absolutely. Do you surround yourself with people that lift you up, Pisces? The people with whom you surround yourselves with determine who you become. Does your tribe fill you up? I'm letting you answer that on your own. Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? Ask yourself those questions. The people that you surround yourself with. Today's soul action. Make a desire list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself with, and clarify if there is anyone in your life who no longer serves you. Can you love them from a distance? You know what? Knowing that money is coming in, knowing that you're going to have so much abundance, knowing that you were meant to be successful, you're already in hermit mode. Maybe you need to think about the people who you are around at this present time and leave your door closed on them, because Spirit is saying you don't want anyone to use you for your fortune. So does your tribe, do they fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you, Pisces? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? Ask yourself that. We have also, Pisces, are you getting enough rest to restore your energy and fully show up to your life? You are the asset. Know that. You are the asset. This body is your vehicle. Notice how your body is feeling, how much sleep you are getting, and what you can do to help your body rest. Now, remember, the very first card that came out was about your health, Pisces. Spirit wants you to focus on your health at this time. Increase your daily exercise and your intake of your fruits and vegetables. This will help and add vitality to your immune system and your body. But Spirit wants to know, are you getting enough rest? Today's soul action, Pisces. Take a bath. Put on some lavender essential oil. Go to bed ridiculously early, or give yourself a time out today. Notice your body thanking you. There's a Pisces here who needs some rest, and maybe you're not sleeping because of this heartbreak. However, Spirit is saying it's time to recharge. Today's mantra: This is what Spirit wants you to say to yourself. The more you give yourself permission to rest, the more that you can contribute, because this money is coming in. The things that you need to do, yes, they're going to make you a little tired. Spirit is saying start getting your body right because the money is coming. But not only is the money coming, what you're going to be doing with and assisting others, being a helpmate to someone or to a few or many more. Are you on the right path? Sometimes we second guess what we are doing. We lose trust in the process and question if we are even on the right path at all. Know this, Pisces, you are on the right path. Keep going, keep believing, keep remembering that you made a soul contract that you are currently fulfilling in every area of your life. Even if you can't see it, that doesn't mean it's not real. You feel the wind. You can't see it, but you know it's there. You get it? Today's soul action. Today, search for all the ways you are aligned with your soul's purpose. The signs will appear. Let this new found trust fuel your next steps. Don't forget, we got the death card, which is Scorpio. This is a transition, leaving old things behind so you can embrace the new, the changes. So today, search for all the ways that you are aligned with your soul's purpose. The signs will appear. Let this new found trust fuel your next steps. It's as simple as tapping in to the core of you, to the soul of you. I promise you'll hear, you will hear your soul's whispers, and you will be led in the right direction. We have at the bottom of the deck, am I consistently showing up? So are you consistently showing up for you, Pisces? Are you constantly showing up? Some trade their dreams for comfort. Yet comfort is the enemy of progress. Success, remember, you were meant to be successful with the World card. Success requires showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. That's why you need that rest. And even when it feels uncomfortable, it takes guts and an endless vision to stay consistent to your dreams. Stay consistent. Today's soul action. Journal where you can be more consistent in your life and alignment with your soulful goals. Then show up for them. And as I said earlier, get out the house. If you see someone in need, I'm just saying, you don't need to approach them. But all you have to do is say out loud, when that money comes in, I'm going to be helping this person in 30 days. And right there, you're saying, I know I'm going to have that money in 30 days, and I'm going to start my journey because I'm a great humanitarian. I love helping people. This will not deplete you. This is just going to add to you, because when people see the work that you're doing, they're going to want to donate. But just be careful when they start donating to you that you collect the money. You know exactly how much they gave to you, so no one won't try to say, well, I gave you A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but they really didn't. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so that you don't have to have any problems with someone that you hire, you handle your own finances. And then you can let them do the rest for you, but you handle your finances. I am Empress Real 1584, The Good Wish. This is a Pisces reading. I will be posting this reading on my YouTube platform. I thank you so much for the hearts. I thank you for your time. I thank you for the gifts. I thank you for the comments. I will be back later on. It is 6:36. I will be back at 8 p.m. for a Capricorn reading. I will be back at 8 p.m. for a Capricorn reading. Pisces, this was a wonderful reading. You know who you are. You have always known who you were meant to be. You know that you were meant to be successful. You know that you were meant to be wealthy. All I did was let you know it's time for you to get back to you. That's all we did here. You are very welcome. You've always felt it deep within. And now it's time for you to bring it out. Connect back to the core of you. Yes, connect back. A few minutes a day of meditating. You can start off with 3 minutes. The next time, 5 minutes. The next time, 10 minutes. You can go in your meditation saying to the universe, this is what I desire to have. Or you can say to them, whatever you give me, I'll be grateful for. Listen, those are just examples, but your request is yours, solely yours. You know what you need, you know what you desire, or you can simply say, I am ready to accept my birthright, because this is your birthright to have financial abundance. Your birthright is to have that wealth, that success. However, also to be a helpmate to others. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. I thank you all for your time. Good night. I'll be back at 8 p.m. for a Capricorn reading.